Hey, what's up, fellas? How you doing? Man, Antonelli here.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How we doing? Man, Antonelli here. Today we're talking about stealing third base. It's the easiest base to steal, in my opinion. Stealing second base, you gotta have a little bit of speed. Stealing third base, you don't really need to be a great speed guy. If you're a great base runner, you can steal third base off of the pitcher and off of the infielders, okay? And so let's talk about today how to do it. Before we do, today's video is sponsored by Rucket Sports. Rucket makes top quality baseball gear and equipment. We use a ton of their stuff with our Antonelli baseball teams. Go check them out. If you go to the description box below, click the link there. It's going to take you over to their site where you'll get 15% off your order at Rucket. Okay, so let's talk about some of the important things when it comes to stealing third base. The first thing is, when's a good time to steal? All right. I think the best time to steal third base is with one out. With one out, I want to try to get the third so that I can score on a ground ball. I can score on a sac fly. With nobody out, you can still steal. If they're gonna, I'm always looking to steal the bag, right? If they're gonna give it to me, I'm gonna take it. But with nobody out, I'm not gonna risk it as much because I can allow the hitter to get me over, right? The hitter can hit a ball to the right side and get me over. They can hit a ball, a sac fly. They can hit a slow chopper in here that I can move up. I can move up on a long, 2 long throws. There's a bunch of different ways for me to move up with nobody out, right? And with 2 outs, I'm already in scoring position, so I don't have to take the risk. Again, if they're gonna give it to me, I can take it. I'd rather be at third than second, basically anytime. But I don't have to push it. So with 1 out, probably the best time to do it. The next best time is with a left-hander on the mound and a right-hander at the plate. So a left-hander on the mound, because when they come set, it's a little bit harder for them to see you, right? A right-hander is looking right at you. A lefty, they're kind of looking behind them a little bit, okay? Also, a right-hander in the batter's box, because when the catcher catches the ball, they've got to throw around the runner. If a lefty's in the batter's box, there's an open lane right to third base. So keep all those things in mind, all right? But you better believe if I'm playing and there's 1 out and there's a lefty on the mound and a righty at the plate, I'm stealing most of the time. That's like the perfect situation, okay? Also understand that the other team should know this. Some of them might not, but they should have an idea, all right? And so their antenna should be up, being ready for a steal. Now, with all that being said, the biggest thing for me when it comes to stealing third base is I have to get momentum. I don't like to steal third from a standstill position like this, right? The catcher is much closer to third than they are to second base, right? We've got a 90-foot throw there. We've got a 127-foot throw here. So it's much shorter throw for the catcher. And so I need to steal this base, not so much off the catcher, but I've got to steal this base off the pitcher. And we'll include the middle infielders in that as well. And so to do that, I want to try to get to my spot, but I want to try to get there with my feet moving so that I can roll right into it. I keep my feet moving, boom, I'm off. If I get my feet moving and I get to my spot, it's going to be really hard to stop me. I'm going to steal basically probably 100% of the time. Now, I think a normal lead at second base is about 17 feet, right? So for me, if I get on the base and I take about 6 steps, I'm at about 17, 18 feet right there. And I know, based on my speed and quickness, that from this point, I can get back to the bag, right? Even if they come up and surprise me, I should be able to get back before he can turn and throw. Now, if you're slow and not as quick, you might have to shorten up a little bit. If you're extremely quick, then maybe you can get off. It's important to get in practice. Have some pitchers get on the mound and try to pick you off and see what distance can I get to and still be back safely, okay? So I get there. Now, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to get my feet moving. So, is looking at me, my feet are still. So let's say I've got my lead, pitcher's looking at me. I'm right here. Now, when they look away, I'm going to start to move my feet. If they they never look back and they left, I'm gone. If they stop and look back and give me 2 looks, I'm going to shorten up. So I'm here, they look away, I get moving, oh, he stops and looks back, I come back. That's it. All right? So they look away, I extend. They look back, I get back. Okay? Again, I want to try to go, he looks away, I'm extending, he lifts his foot, I take off. If the inside moves, I teach to slam on the brakes and get back. A lot of times pitchers will inside move without the infielders knowing, and so they'll inside move. You'll be surprised, but so will they be surprised. And now it's a foot race back to the bag. Who can get there first? All right? And so I've seen a bunch of times, you go to steal, he inside moves, I slam on the brakes, I try to get back, and I get back before the infielders get there. All right? So keep that in mind with the inside move. Now, maybe you do get picked. Hey, that was a chance. Anytime you're stealing a base, there's risk involved. And so they may inside move. And if for whatever reason they get you, okay, I'll give them a thumbs up. I'll tip my cap to them. All right? Now, to prevent the inside move a little bit, make sure you're looking at the catcher signs. Because sometimes the call will come from the manager, from the coach. They'll tell the pitcher, hey, I want an inside move here. That's the way we do it. So I'll give a sign for an inside move. The catcher is going to give a sign to the pitcher. It can be all different types of things, but if you're noticing this all game and then you notice something weird, it can be anything. But if you haven't seen it and I'm watching the signs, my antenna should now be up and say, that's weird, I haven't seen that all day. Maybe I shorten up, maybe I just take the steal off right there, I'm not going to run. All right, so keep that in mind. I'm always looking in at the signs to see if there's anything going on that I haven't seen before. Stay in line with third base, okay? So I see a lot of players get back here and they try to steal from here. I want the shortest distance to the bag, so I'm going to be right off the outside corner because that's where I'm going to be sliding to, right? So I'm outside corner, I'm right here. And I'm extending my lead when I can. Now the other thing to be aware of is the looks from the pitcher, right? And so all pitchers fall into habits. And so if I notice that the pitcher's always coming set, they're always looking once, they're looking away, they're picking and they're pitching, right? So it's set. One look away, pick up and pitch. They're continually in that rhythm. They're always doing one look. I'm going to anticipate that. So you better believe they're going to look at me, I'm going to be here, they're going to look away, I'm going to go here, and I'm anticipating one look and I'm off. Right? So it's really important to know how many looks this guy is typically giving. If you're a pitcher, you should mix it up. Go no looks, go 1 look, go 2 looks, go 3 looks. All right? The other thing I want to know is what's the pitcher's max number of looks. If the most they've ever looked is twice and they've never, ever looked 3 times, well, then I know when they look twice and look away, they're not looking again. They've never done that before. Right? So I'm here. They look once. They look away. I'm going here. They look back. I come back. They look away, right? That's been 2 looks. They looked at me, they looked away, they look back again, that's 2, I'm back. Now I know, if he looks away, he's never looked 3 times. So he looks away again, I'm going, and I'm anticipating and I'm off, right? Because he's never ever looked 3 times. So know what he typically does for looks, know what his max looks are, and then rhythm and tempo kind of go with it as well. So pitchers will fall into a rhythm. We'll use UCLA. So UCLA is basically UCLA. There's all different things that you can use. Most of the teams I use, I don't know why UCLA became the thing, but a lot of teams that I was with would use UCLA. But however you want to count it, pitchers again are going to get into a rhythm. They're going to pitch on the same letter a lot, and so you can count that out as a base runner. They look away and I can start going U, C. If they're always pitching on C, then I know I get that split second jump on C to go. All right, so if you're a pitcher again, you've got to mix up your tempos. So mix up your looks, mix up your tempos, mix up your max amount of looks. All right, that's basically it. All of those things should really help you as a base runner be able to steal, even if you're not very fast. Right? If you can get out to that about 17, 18 feet, if you can get your momentum going, if you understand the looks and the tempo, I should be able to make it. And if you really want to put yourself in a good position, lefty on the mound, righty batter at the plate, that'll help even more. If you're really fast and you go righty, lefty, and it don't matter, but you still get momentum, get to your spot, you should be able to make it as well. All right, so hopefully that helps you out. Let me know if you have any questions, comment section below, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff, and we will talk to you later.